everyone, and welcome to another episode of Style It Rich. And on today's show, we have a special guest, Gretchen Rossi. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good, good. If you guys don't know her, she's on The Real Housewives of Orange County, as well as a new show on WeTV called Marriage Boot Camp.
Yes.
Super excited to be here with you today.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm really good.
Good. Well, I have a couple questions for you. Not too many, because most of you out there all tweeted and asked me, what did you want me to ask her? And these are what the fans had to say.
Oh no, I'm scared. What did you guys want to know?
Well, first, I mean, we followed you from the Orange County show. We followed you to Marriage Boot Camp. How has it been? Like, how does it feel to be so accomplished, even after all these shows you've been doing so much now with your career?
Wow. Well, first of all, thank you. That's a very kind thing to say. I mean, it feels great. I've worked really hard. You know, I think a lot of people think that things are just handed to certain people, and it's not been that way for me. I've been an entrepreneur and a hardworking woman since I was very young of age. I come from a family where it's all about entrepreneurs, and you know, every single day I get up and I pound the pavement and I make my own destiny.
And she's true, because I literally text her at like 2 in the morning and she responds. I'm like, oh my God, you're still awake?
No, that's what I said to you. I was like, what are you doing awake right now? Like, I don't understand this. No, but I really do. I do work all the time. Like, I'm up typically till like 2 a.m.
See?
And I drive Slade absolutely nuts, because at 2 a.m. I'm like, baby, I've got a really great idea.
He's like, go to bed.
Like, please go to bed. I'm like, I'm sorry, honey, but I've got a good idea. So yes.
Do you love reality TV? Did you like it? Did you think it showed you in a different light, or did it show you exactly who you were?
You mean, did I love reality, like doing reality TV?
Yeah, doing it.
It's hard. This is a very difficult question to answer. And I can't do it in a short answer, so I apologize
no,
for
it's
everybody
fine.
out there. But the truth is when I got involved with the show, I saw it as like a really fun opportunity to go out and, you know, do something different and show a side of, you know, show the journey through my life. And I was going to make new friends.
Yeah.
And I really saw it as a big bowl of cherries. Unfortunately, it didn't become a big bowl of cherries once I did the show. I was very green going into it, and I really had no clue what I was signing myself up for the scrutiny, for the manipulation and the lies and just all the crap that came along with it. And my moral fiber just does not jive well with what reality TV is. And so I struggled a lot throughout the process, and I couldn't understand how certain people could make things up about you, lie, put it on TV, national TV, and actually international TV, and feel good about themselves at night. Like, I just didn't understand it, because it truly bleeds into your everyday life.
It does.
Like, it affects your everyday life. So, although I am so grateful for the opportunity to do the show, and I had a great run on the show, it was time to turn the page with Housewives, and then Marriage Boot Camp came along and offered me the opportunity there with Slade.
You love.
Thank you. And it actually was an amazing experience for us. We feel like we got to address some of the kind of stigma around who Slade and I were, and we got to make some wrongs right, and people got to see a little bit more of the real Slade and not the, you know,
the made up
Slade that they wanted him to be the villain and the bad guy on Housewives.
Yeah.
And I hope that people walked away from that seeing why I love that man, and you know, I think a lot of people have seen a different side to us. So
Definitely.
it depends on what reality it is, because if it's the right reality, it can be really
good.
great.
No, I've watched a few episodes, and we definitely see the relationship between you two. I think it's genuine love. You guys are definitely meant to be, for sure.
Thank you.
And I'm really excited for you guys.
Thank you.
Super happy. And I see this amazing ring on her finger.
Yay!
How does it feel to be engaged?
You know what? It's so funny, because Slade and I have been together for 5 years, and it took a long time for me to get to this point of being engaged again, and a lot of people couldn't understand it. But you know, for me in my life, I went through a marriage, a divorce. I went through being engaged to another man that died of cancer. And you know, a lot of people don't understand how much that can truly affect your soul, and you know, just who you are as a person. And it makes you just question things. It makes you just really want to make sure that whatever you're doing is right and correct. And you know, for a minute I had this stigma in my head that, oh, you know, when I consummate things with an engagement or a wedding, like it goes bad, it goes awry.
Yeah.
So like there was just some things I had to deal with and get over. So once I finally got to that place and I was super excited and ready to be engaged, it's been amazing. And I knew day 4 after starting to date Slade that he was the man I wanted to be with the rest of my life.
What?
I never had a question about that. I just needed to work through the next stages. Yeah.
Now, what would you say is like one of the things that you saw right away in him that made him definitely your soulmate?
You know, I just remember so clearly we were driving to Las Vegas. And as you guys know, well, maybe if you don't live in California, you don't know this, but from California to Las Vegas, it's 4 hours.
Long hours.
So when you're taking a road trip with somebody for the first time and you don't, not even once want to turn on the radio, want to get on your phone, want to get on Twitter, want to do anything else.
That's him.
But talk to that person, and 4 hours still wasn't long enough. You start to go, wow. Like we have this connection. And every single thing that we talked about in this car ride was so on point with the other. Like everything that was important to him, the spirituality, and, you know, mentally he was stimulating me, and emotionally he was stimulating me, and, you know, physically we hadn't got there yet, but I knew it was going to be good.
You sensed it.
So it was just one of those things where you just, I hate this sentiment sometimes, but when you just know, you know. And I just knew in that moment. And here's a little fun tidbit for you guys, okay? This was so fun because Slade and I, about 2 months later, we finally said I love you to each other.
Oh, it's so cute.
But both him and I admitted to the fact that in that car ride, 4 days after dating each other,
you felt it.
We both felt it. And we both wanted to say I love you to the other, but we both knew it was way too early. We're like, this is way too early. Like 4 days after dating, we can't be saying I love you. But we both felt it in that car ride. It was pretty cool. So
that's pretty deep.
It's fun. It was fun.
Most of you out there never even fell in love, but they fell in love in the first time of hanging out. That's pretty intense. Well, I'm so happy for you guys' relationship.
Thank you.
And hopefully I'll be able to go to the wedding.
I know, right?
Yeah.